Hi everyone, welcome back. Today, I'm gonna be eating some popcorn, starting a new sketchbook, and I'm gonna be using all the things I could fit on my desk. Hopefully you're down for that. Okay, I need to stop eating that while I talk. So not only am I gonna be stuffing my face with popcorn today, I'm also going to be starting a brand new sketchbook because I just finished one and I have a sketchbook tour on my channel if you missed it. But I also got a second sketchbook that we're going to kind of be testing out today. It's got 400 pages in it. So we're going to be testing that out and just kind of celebrating together. I picked out a whole bunch of pictures. We're going to kind of learn from those pictures and then we're going to kind of do our own thing. So I might do 2 full spreads in this video, as well as test out this one. We'll just see what we get up to. It's gonna be a chill video. And if you're wondering what we're gonna be drawing today, some of you probably remember when I hit 5,000 subscribers and I took a full sketchbook spread and I filled it full of eyeballs. I figured I'd do something kind of similar and fill the page full of fish. I love a fish and I like drawing stuff that's underwater, but I haven't drawn a lot of fish and figured out like what they look like. So yeah, we're gonna be learning how to draw some fish. You know, once I learn how to draw the fish, then we'll practice doing our own kind of fish. Some intuitive fish action, and it's gonna be just a lot of fish underwater and it's gonna be a good time. If you're planning on drawing fish with me, go get something to draw with and draw on. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. I have all the stuff that I've accumulated over the years on my desk, and that's what I'm gonna be using. But you can use literally anything. Even if you just got a ballpoint pen lying around or some highlighters, that would actually be pretty fun. Whatever you wanna do. First things first, I'm gonna open this guy up. Or should I open this guy up? Maybe I'll just sit here and eat popcorn the whole time. I got this sketchbook for a couple of reasons. I just really like the name Home Bobo, okay? So that was one reason why I chose this one. The other reason was it's got 400 pages, which is a lot. That's a lot of pages, okay? And I'm gonna need a lot of pages because I plan on using this as like a daily drawing practice thing. Also, it said that the paper was relatively thick. It's 100 GSM paper, which means it's not super thick, but it should be thick enough just to kind of do stuff on top of without it like immediately being able to see through the page. The only downside is that it is lined paper, which shouldn't be a problem because I'm gonna be going over top of it. As you sketch over top of it, you probably won't be able to see the lines. If the lines become an issue, I can always like take some white acrylic ink and just lightly go over it. Let me open it up because I've been waiting to open this with you guys, and I don't know why I'm sitting here chatting about it when I could be opening. It feels real nice. And I think I'm gonna keep this in the back because it's got a little pocket. Keep that in there in case I want to reorder this later. It feels real good on the hands. Got one of those little half pages, so I'm glad I went with the 400 and not the 365 because I figured, you know, a couple of pages might get ruined or I might have to skip pages if it's too see-through. This video is gonna take me forever because I keep eating popcorn. Okay. Let's get a fish going. Honestly, I think deciding which fish to draw first is probably gonna be the hardest part of this video. All right, let's just do this guy. He's got a long body and then his fin comes out. All right, we're messing up a little bit, but that's okay. See, we'll loosen up on this and then we'll go over and do more on the other one. There we go, that's much better. All right, so the first question is gonna be, can you see through the page? You can definitely see through the page. And if you can see through it, I'm guessing this paint marker is probably gonna bleed straight through the paper, but let's give it a try. Moment of truth. Hey, you can definitely see it, but it did not bleed through. So that's a good sign. Should we throw some water on it? I'm thinking we get right to the brass tacks. Throw some water on it. Cause I think that's gonna be like the best way. And if I can't use water in it, that's not gonna hurt my feelings. But I just wanna test it out. I'm trying not to use a ton of water. I know it's not meant for water, so see what we can really get away with here. All right, let's see how we did. I'm not seeing the usual bleed through. Definitely getting warped, okay, but that's to be expected. Do I dare? 100% chance this goes through the paper, because even some of my thicker other papers that I've used, it goes through. But we'll do a very light. I don't want to stress the paper out too much. I'm still not seeing it. Let me do, okay, I'm gonna do a really, really wet spot so y'all can see what I'm talking about with like the water seepage. You can see I put a lot of water on there. It's gonna drip on my fish, but that's okay. That's so weird. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, that was a lot. That was a lot of water. All right, we've got some. All right, we finally got some coming through. That's what I'm talking about. That, I expected to see that like right off the bat. But as you can see, I added a lot of water and it took a long time before it started bleeding through. So now we know where we stand. All right, and this side, still nothing bleeding through. Okay, I'm gonna dry this now that I know what its limits are. I'm gonna try just like a standard ballpoint pen. And I don't even use pen a lot, but for science, I do see a little bit of an impression. Not too bad. And I kind of want to throw some oil pastels down on this guy. Seems like the right thing to do, doesn't it? Maybe a little watercolor pencil. So far, I'm happy with this thing. Shall we smear? Let's smear. I think this is definitely a win in my book. See, chopsticks was a good idea. Also, what a fun way to eat popcorn. You never know what you might learn on one of my videos. All right, I think I'm just about done with this guy. I'm done with this fish and I'm done practicing in this sketchbook. So let's get to the real reason we're here. Here we go. Fish number 1. I was gonna wipe this out so that it kind of blended in the background. Blend out your mistakes. Just blend them out, you know? Too much water and scrubbing because it's peeling the paper up. Let's see if it went through. Yep, that's what it looks like whenever you have scrubbed the paper. So very, very light water, light touch with the water, and you won't have this happening. All right, I think that was a pretty good warm-up fish. What do y'all think? Now on to the real potatoes. Starting today, I'm gonna be drawing in this every single day for a whole year, all right? And I will report back at the end of the year and probably do a really long sketchbook tour. So if you don't wanna miss that, I would suggest clicking that subscribe button. Anyway, time to break this one open and refill my popcorn. All right. I'm almost out of popcorn, but it's probably a good thing because it's kind of cold now. Time to open the real sketchbook. It's so crazy. It feels so much different. So new and like slim. Here's a comparison. Okay. $20.25. Through whenever. Let's start with just a classic goldfish, all right? And then we'll move on to some interesting ones right here with him. I don't think this is gonna be an angle that I'm using a lot to draw fish, but never hurts to learn different angles. Tail goes that way. Okay. This orange is a little red, so I'm gonna have to go back on top of it with a better orange. But it's good to get like a nice base color down. It's weird, this sketchbook almost feels different. Like it feels like it's acting a little bit different than normal. Not sure if that's just me or not. It's acting normal, so I think it's just in my head. I think I want to place these eyeballs. Let's do one here and here. This one's a bit too far down, so let me bring this one down a bit. Put it down and leave it alone. Oh no! No! What a dork. I can't believe I did that. Let's see how well we can cover this up. If I can't cover it up well with the Neocolors, I might use my oil pastels. It's okay. I'm a professional. Let's see. Will the Woody cover it up? Ink tints is just scratching it off. Let's see if I wet the ink tints and I put it on it, if that would help. No. Nope. That did not help. But now we're just kind of wetting everything, aren't we? Maybe he's been through battle. He's a scar fish. All right, well, I think there's only one thing left to do. And I wasn't planning on using these so soon in the video because now anytime I rest my hand on it, it's probably gonna smear. But, you know, if I really want to cover this up, I think this is the only option. You're gonna be okay, Mr. Fish, I promise. Oh, this is good. The Neocolors go over the oil pastel. Let's get the inside of his mouth taken care of. It's crazy that these Neocolors are actually drawing on top of it. Definitely unexpected. That might be as good as we're gonna get with this guy. Not quite what I had in mind, but not too bad. He still looks like a scar fish, but that's okay. Let's try this guy. It's a side view, so it should be probably easier, hopefully. He might fit pretty good right here. His little fins right here. Got kind of like a big fat football shape. Fat football. Perfect. He's got a big round fin here. And the top fin is basically even with the bottom fins. And it kind of goes back. It's got some. And then the back fin. And I'm gonna mix a little blue in here because he's kind of blue, but he's also kind of green. I'll go back with some green here in a second. This on his forehead and then this one right here. So far, much better. Save the eyeball for last. I think he looks pretty good. I'm not gonna do all of his scales, but I will kind of give the impression. Okay. Time for the eyeball. Oh, he's adorable. Looking at this picture a little more closely, it looks like he's got some see-through, like a clear fin. Like right here, like that. The tips right here are kind of clear also, so it goes like that. It's kind of a minor detail, but I like it. I'm pretty happy with him like that. Round out his eyeball just a smidge. Fish number 2. All right, what about this guy? He's a little bit the same, but a little different. I have an idea. It might work, it might not work. I'm gonna try to have this fish kissing this fish. So here's his mouth, and then have his body come down. Here's his tail. I hate sketching in pencil. I don't know why I'm sketching in pencil. We'll go over this with some water, make me feel better about it. All right, I think that's enough of that. This is kind of why I stopped using my watercolor pencils, because they just make you try to be way too accurate. A lot of people ask me how I sketch such fine lines with the tips of these Neocolor IIs, especially when they get really worn down. And if you notice, like, I use the side a lot, so then it kind of creates a sharp point, and then I might use that point to create like a really fine line from. But I don't like to sharpen them, because when you sharpen them, then they're kind of more like a pencil. Let's see if I can do a better job. Already feels 10 times better. Much more better. I should probably just take those off my desk, because I'm probably not going to use them, but I might use them for details. I don't know. And I know it's really hard to see, but he's actually got some more see-through. I finished up my popcorn. I don't know if you could tell. I went ahead and killed it because I was taking too many popcorn breaks. It was starting to get really cold, and cold popcorn's just not the same. Give this guy an eyeball. I don't think these spots are going to be quite dark enough. I mean, I don't think these spots are going to be quite light enough. So I might actually go back over, once I've got all of them, with like a really lighter color. Got this like light purple tips up here. Around here. Now let's see if I can cover over. Yeah, that kind of works. There, that's better. Now I'm going to go around with like a really dark purple. And then it should make it look a lot more glowy. All right, let's see what that looks like. He's actually got like a green body. And if I add this in, we're getting lost, guys. We're getting lost in the details. But that's all right. We'll come out the other side eventually. I think he looks better. If all else fails, just start over. Here we go. Small circle. And a darker circle. He's done. It's not bad. We got some improvements to make, because I'm like way too in my head about it. I gotta get out of my head. Okay, new day, new popcorn. It's been a couple of days, not gonna lie. The weekend happened, and you know, just life update on this sketchbook. It's been doing my daily drawing, which I didn't really explain this very good. I've been editing the video. Okay, I know I'm scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. I've been editing my video. It's been making me want popcorn again. I apologize for making everybody want popcorn. Anyway, I wanted to report back on this sketchbook. because I know we did this one together. But I've done, you know, another day, another day, another day, another day. I love this guy so much. And this was this morning. So far, I really do like this as a sketchbook. It's just enough for what I'm using it for, and I think it's gonna be great. So I know I gave you kind of like a sneak peek, but you know, you've earned it. You know, you've earned it if you're this far into the video. So I'm probably going to order another one of these because I've just been enjoying it so much this far. I originally saw this done, and I know lots of people have done daily drawing, but the very first person I ever saw do this was like 3 or 4 years ago, and her name is Miriam Tilson, I think. I will put her name right here. She's a really awesome artist. She doesn't do a whole lot of videos on YouTube anymore, but she called it a daily doodle diary. Ever since I saw that video, I've been wanting to do it. And I just never took the time to look for a sketchbook or a book that would be big enough to actually do it. A lot of like yearly books like this will have like plans, and they'll have little bullet points, or they'll have grids, because it's more of like a planner instead of like just a daily whatever you want to use it for. Anyway, I'm loving this so far. I'm doing it first thing in the morning when I'm having my coffee. I think the fact that it's lined paper actually helps distract my brain from thinking, oh, I have to create a wonderful piece or something. No, this is just to create a habit, a daily habit. So anyway, there's my update. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Not super impressed with this fish page so far because I want to learn. I want it to look good, but I think I was focusing more on it looking good than doing what I always say, which is like have fun with it. Anyway, so we're gonna keep building this thing. I've taken the watercolor pencils off my desk. I left everything else because that's what I'm really enjoying using, and I don't want to have something on my desk that's gonna distract me from, you know, the real potatoes. I'm devouring this popcorn. Okay. All right, we're gonna do this fish, and we're gonna put him here, I think, going back behind. So let's start with his big mouth. And this was one of the things that I really liked about this fish, was like you can see his little teeth. His body goes this way. His little fin kind of goes. I love these big old eyeballs, so I am gonna kind of emphasize these eyeballs a little bit. And I apologize if you can hear that dog that's going crazy in the background. You might not be able to hear him. I can certainly hear him. All right, feeling good about this fish. And I like his big fins down here. His fins are like, I'm not super worried about it cutting into this guy's fin. And then this one over here kind of goes behind him. Give the illusion that it's kind of see-through. That's good. I like it so far. So yeah, to anybody out there who's like, you know, taking themselves a little too seriously, like I just did, step back, you know, take a day or almost a week, which is what I did, and then come back. See how you feel about it. Because honestly, I feel 10 times better about it. We carry on. Make his fins look a little see-through. Yeah, I like that. And kind of a light little dabbing. Let's get those cute little teeth on here. I'm trying to go around the teeth and then I'll fill it in. I honestly can't believe there's someone doing yard work right now because it has been raining like all last night. Even this morning, it kind of downpoured for a little bit. Isn't it too wet to do yard work? I don't know. It's too wet for me to do yard work, that's for sure. Anyway, hopefully it is not too distracting. I think it never really is as loud in the video as it is here in real life. All right, check out those teeth. I love it. Time for the eyeball. Oh, I forgot this little fin down here. There we go. I like it. I like it so much better than these two guys. This one I love because he's just so cute. This is more what I'm talking about, you know? All right, let's pick another one out. Let's try this yellow fish. I'm trying to fill up space, but I'm also trying not to really think about it too hard. Yeah, so his body is still a football shape. And then he's got the little tail part. And then this back fin comes down like that. So it's interesting. It's kind of like, it's really just like the fin that sets them apart. Except for like the long fish. But like so far these guys, they all have the same kind of body shape. It's just like their face is different and then their fins are different, and that's what kind of makes them look a bit different. I think that's what I'm learning so far. Now, the face comes down, super down, and then points straight out. And we'll go ahead and do his big eyeball. He's got a big eyeball. And then he's got like a stripe like that, and a little black dot on the back of his fin. Lots of see-through fins. I don't know what that's all about. Comes down, curves around like that, comes down to meet his body. I might add like a little bit, maybe a little of this. Get the shadows a little bit better. There we go. Loving it. On to the next fish. I kind of want to do this barracuda. That might be cool, like a big just barracuda all the way across the top. Decided, I'm putting him right up at the top. So his face, okay, let me move that out of the way. The tip of his face, top of his body. Okay, look at that. And it goes all the way back and tapers down to his tail. Oops. I think I went too far, but that's all right. We'll just do it like that. About right here, like that. Definitely lost some of his fin, but I think we got enough of it to where we know what it is. The other fin, like that. This part's coming way down this way, kind of up, and like that-ish. Another fin there. Now here's his lip. And the top part is really dark, this color. All this scaly stuff all the way down. But then he's got like some stripes-ish all the way down. Nice. And then I kind of want to give the illusion of the shimmery blue. This guy's just about done too. It's like I don't know if I want to add water to him because he's turned out so good. What do we think? Should I add a splash of water? Maybe just a splash? Just gotta be really careful around the yellowfish because he will turn him green. So hopefully that's not happening. I love these two colors blended together. That's so nice. That was a good decision because I like how everything kind of blended together. And I need to add the dark spots and then I'll be done with him. He's got a little bit of black on the tips of his fins, I think. Spots here. A lot more by his tail. And that's pretty much it. I think I will add a little bit of darkness to his tail. I think he's a little fat, so he doesn't necessarily look like a barracuda. Also, I wish I could have added a little teeth in the front, because I know the picture doesn't have teeth showing, but that's kind of like the classic thing for a barracuda. All right, I want to put like a really bright, how about this one? Let's put Ziggy Stardust right here. I think I got most of my colors. And I think I'm just gonna cut his tail off so that his face will really be the focus right here. I definitely don't want to lose his bottom fins. Like that. There's one fin. Good thing is this is see-through, so I can just kind of draw on top of it and get away with it. And it kind of comes down like that. Big ol' eyeball. All right, now for the signature eyeshadow. The stripe goes down to here, but it starts like right here. And then he's a little pink, so we'll add a little pink. All right, I think he might need a bigger eyeball. He's got like almost a red stripe down right here. I love it. I think David Bowie would be proud. All right, I gotta do this one because he's got like the biggest eyeball I've ever seen in my life on a fish. I almost think I'm gonna start with the eyeball and then come off of it. And his eyeball is like so close to the tip of his face. So I think that'll be good. And then his poor little face comes up like about right there. All right, let's get his stripies. I'm gonna draw his spikies with this, but then I'm gonna go over them with like really dark black color. Oh man, went way silent during this one, but he's been a lot of fun to draw. Most of the dots go behind this fish, but I think that's mostly it for this guy. I'm going to add a little bit more dark red up in here around his eye. This guy was super fun. very nice. I love a big eyeball on a fish. Let's see, how many have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 sounds pretty good. A dozen would sound better, I think. All right, I kind of want to do this guy because I love his face. He's got big old lips and he's got an interesting fin that's not like any of the other fins. I could put him really big here, all the way in the background. Let's give it a go. We won't know unless we give it a try. So let's just give it a try. So eyeball going here. Decision made. His face comes straight down, and then he's got these cute little mouth, lips. Okay. Let's go ahead and mark out his back tail fin. Right here. And he's like real round, so this part comes way down behind all of this. Like, so it would go and then go behind to like right here. I don't know whose idea it was to do this, but this was an interesting idea to have. Hopefully it looks right behind all this, but it's kind of already there, isn't it? So I think most of this is going to get covered up. Here's the part where it's going to get kind of weird behind all of this. I think most of this was a little see-through, but I don't want to make it completely see-through. Definitely not what I was hoping it would look like. It's crazy how much like white space was back here. Thought I would be able to get it to where you could still tell that there was a fish, but if you cover this part up, it just looks like a big old mess. So the face helps for sure. All right, I gotta do this fish because I'm always wanting to draw this fish, but I never really know what it looks like. Try to liven up this little corner down here. Big mouth underneath side. This part kind of goes up, and here's his light pole. Light pole goes up, and we'll have it curve a little bit more than the picture curves. Eyeball poking out here. Big old eyeball here. It's got lots of little creepy wrinkly bits. It definitely looks like a frog so far. And then he's got like a big belly. And then his fin kind of goes behind this one's fin. And then I'm gonna have a lot of fun putting in all the spiny bits. Color him in first, and then we'll go back. Sorry for that. My camera did a weird zoomy anything, so it was kind of blurry, but hopefully you can see it better now. I'm gonna go ahead and do this light right here, because I want it to look really bright. Let's give these teeth a try. Got like big sharp ones and then little ones in between. Big one coming up. Well, I think that looks pretty terrifying. Just putting in all those little spikies. I'm gonna do them blue because the light is blue. I know these on the edge of his face are definitely more blue. All right, here we go. I love this fish. I'm almost sad that he's down here covered up by these two fish, but it kind of, you know, it's kind of good because he's kind of like coming from beyond. Definitely freaking everybody else out. I got a really good idea. I'm gonna put this one picture here because it has two fish in it, and then we'll have a full dozen fish. Super excited about it. Let's go. And this is called a lump fish, or like a lump sucker fish, I think. Super cute. And like their little bellies are like little suction cups. This part right here is like a little heart. It's like a little heart of suction cups or something. All right, I think that's gonna do it. There's the last two. Not gonna lie, this took a long time. Definitely worth it. I wish I had planned out a little bit better, but at the same time, you know, we were just kind of rolling with it, and I think we did pretty good. This guy is definitely my favorite. Love this one too. I'm glad that I did these two right at the end. I honestly thought this one was going to be a mistake when I first started him, but now that I put the other one like behind him, I actually really like the spot, which gave us 12, right? So we have a full dozen fish on here, which is like a ton of fish. I think I learned a lot too. And so now I'm gonna go to the next. Okay, on second thought, I'm gonna have to do the intuitive fish on a completely separate video. I just looked at the length of all my footage from all these fish and from testing out the other sketchbook. The footage amount is like way too much. I'm a little sad that I didn't use more of my art supplies that I had on my desk. That's just what happens when you have a clear favorite. I'll do page 2, pull everything I've learned from doing this many fish and create my own fish. And when I do that, I'll do some mixed media work and I'll kind of like just throw everything at the page and see what happens. But unfortunately, this is where I have to leave you. Don't forget to let me know if you have a favorite fish. I'm so happy to have all of you, all of my new subscribers, as well as all of my subscribers who have been with me since the very beginning. It's been a long journey and I've really come a long way, and it is all thanks to you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, and for constantly just coming back, sharing my videos. I promise everything helps so much, and I am so blown away by the response that I've gotten from my videos. You guys really keep me going and motivated, and I really hope that I am doing the same for you. So before I get emotional about it, I'm gonna thank you all for being here. I'm gonna throw up a couple of videos right here in case you want some more. Keep your eye out for the intuitive fish, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time.